Designed to destroy you. It says turn the other cheek. In Islam, alhamdulillah, we offer you God's truth. In Islam, we offer you guidance from God through his final prophet Mohammed. In Islam, we offer you an ability to ascend to the greatness that you can have by accepting God as one God and one God only. By accepting the true guidance that the Quran gives you as a paradigm, as a methodology, the systology to make the human being succeed. For God did not create you. God did not create you, or me, or her for us to fail. He created us for success. But we have to follow. We have to take that in and grab God. We have to reach for God. And when you reach for Allah, Allah reaches for you. He seeks your commitment. He seeks your sincerity. And his help is the greatest of help. The greatest of help. So we call you to this truth. Please sign our petition. If we have the petition, sign it. Show that you are willing to be a patriot, that you are willing to make this country be better. And let me tell you something else to my African American brothers. I'm Puerto Rican. Your blood runs through me. I may be light, but I ain't white. And if you ain't white, you ain't right. And I'm a Muslim. I'm a Muslim. I'm a Muslim. I submit my will to the will of God. And what I'm going to tell you now is a little bit of history. When the African slaves were brought to the United States and the Caribbean, what was done to them, what was their nature was taken from them. Their language was taken from them. Their knowledge was taken from them. Their pride was taken from them. Their families were taken from them. Their ability to communicate was taken from them. Their ability to learn was taken from them. Why? Subjugation. Now, who were these people that came from African slaves? They came from West Africa. West Africa, Gambia, Senegal, Togo, Ghana, Ivory Coast, Mali. These were Muslims. Muslims. But why did they have to destroy their culture and separate them? Because they knew what they had was strong. They had the ability as Muslims to overcome and had to be destroyed. The country was taken from them. After 200 years of slavery, Christianity was introduced to the slaves. You know why? You know why, my brother? They introduced Christianity to the slaves after 200 years. You know why? What do they teach in Christianity? Remember, at that point, the slaves were getting said, yo, we tired of this, man. We up out of here. And the slaves started to fight and revolt and kill the slave master. So what happened? After 200 years, the Christians decided to give the slaves Christianity. Why? Christianity teaches to turn the other cheek. Turn the other cheek. When I'm enslaving you, while I'm killing you, while I'm oppressing you, while I'm destroying you, you can be a better Christian than I am as a white man. By not fighting me. By allowing yourself to be a slave. And today in the United States of America, it is not only black people that suffer from the aspects of slavery, but Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, and Cubans, all of us are suffering. Why? Because we haven't left the religion that allowed us to be slaves in the first place. Islam is freedom. Islam is understanding God. Islam is the ability for you to have a detachment to God and to make decisions that benefit you, benefit your family by having a relationship with God the Creator. The way Jesus had, the way that Moses had, the way that Abraham had, the way that Isaac had, the way that Ishmael had. All the prophets worshiped and prayed to God, and every single one of them would have this mark. This is where they hit the ground to worship God. We call you to help us to sign this petition. Barack Obama. I'm going to say something about Barack because I'm a street person. I was born in the Bronx. In Brooklyn. I was raised in Brownsville and Bed-Stuy. I went to Boys High. Alright? On Nostrand Avenue. So if any of you Brooklynites, you know what I'm talking about. Alright? Now this is very important. This is very important. Alhamdulillah. Now I forgot the train of thought, but let me just say to you that you have an ability to do what is right, support this cause. Barack Obama, oh, like he was on Barack Obama. Barack Obama, when I first saw him, and he denied Brother Wright, Reverend Wright. Now they didn't call Reverend Wright for nothing. Reverend Wright was right. When Reverend Wright talked about the oppression of America on black people and American Indians, he was right. When it talked about, when Reverend Wright talked about slavery, he was right. When Reverend Wright talked about oppression of the United States and exploitation throughout the world, he was right, wasn't he? He just told it like he saw it. But what did Barack Obama do? He threw his boy under the bus. And at that point, I said to myself, if you throw your boy under the bus, you can't be my president. You can't be my president. If you throw your boy under the bus, you cannot be my president. And that's what he did. Barack Obama is the greatest danger to the Muslim that the Muslim has ever known. He's the greatest danger. Why? Because the brother's smart. He understands that you cannot defeat Islam with a gun. With money and a sweet pat on the back, maybe. So we call you that he's established and put this country in a continued state of war. Did not Barack Obama tell you that he would get us out of Afghanistan? Did he not tell you that he would get us out of Iraq? But he sent 30,000 more troops into Afghanistan. What did he say? He said that he would end the war. We're still in war. And the thing is this, it's blacks, Puerto Ricans, and Dominicans that fight. When you go to the schools, you see that every single one of the recruiting stations and recruiting officers go to schools in the inner cities. Boys High, Thomas Jefferson, Clinton, into the inner cities, Stuyvesant. But the recruiters don't go into the rich neighborhood to ask rich kids to get into the army to serve the United States of America. But they serve, you see, black man, Puerto Rican and Dominican, if they can't kill you in the streets, they'll send you to Iraq and die over there. It is known that in the United States of America, New York City right now, in New York, in the Bronx, we have the highest rate of baby deaths of many third world countries. More babies, black and Hispanic babies die in the Bronx than they do in Africa. This is America, baby. So you see, if they don't kill you when you're born, they'll put drugs in you and kill you here. And if they can't kill you there, they'll make you join the army and kill other people of color while they kill you. We call you to stop this. We call you to support our cause. We call you to sign this petition. We call you to stand up for what is right, to do what makes you feel good. In the 1960s, in the 1970s, people stood up for what was right. Do you want to stand up, brother? Do you want to stand up, really stand up, and be a leader? Do you want to do what is right? Something that you can feel proud about and say, when things changed, I had a hand in it. I had a hand in it. I didn't live this life being unseen. I was seen. My brother, with the glasses, do you want to leave tracks? Do you want to leave tracks? Tracks that say, that was my father, and it was because of him that I'm able to go to school, that I'm able to enjoy my life, that I'm able to succeed, and that I'm able to do what I must do in this life because of sacrifices my father made. If any of you feel that you want to make this sacrifice to help us in this cause of beauty, in this cause of goodness, call us. Yo soy boricua de pura cepa. Yo soy descendiente de los indios taínos, del Indios Caribe. I come from a people where 6 million of my people were killed in Puerto Rico, Santo Domingo, and in Cuba. I come from the voices de los indios aztecos, de los indios mayas, de la gente indígena que han muerto por los billones. Yo vengo de esa sangre. Yo vengo de esa sangre a decirte párate, levántate, recuérdate de ello, hace lo que es bueno, do what is good and come to God and understand what this is all about. So we call you to sign this petition. Do we have a petition, bro? Also what we have here, give up these two arms, bro. This is good. Alhamdulillah. This is good for you. This is free. This is la última palabra. You Hispanic to Hispanic. In the Bible, I will quote you a biblical verse, so I don't like to do this much. It's la Biblia, del principio hasta último. La Biblia. Soy sabio de la Biblia. Jesus Christ, may the peace and blessings of God be upon him, spoke of the final prophetic law. Jesucristo habló de un último profeta que iba a venir al mundo, dijo, yo me tengo